Okay, so I got into these bees and just got them closed back up about an hour. Well, about 15 minutes ago. I got into them. It was just after 11 o'clock. Wore the jacket with the fencing veil. No gloves. I'm wearing short pants, as you can see, and flip-flops. And not one sting. No issues. I found the queen. I marked her. I marked her white because that's all I have. Hopefully it will stay on. As you can see, these bees are just so irate right now. Can you see how upset and aggressive they are? Oh my goodness. I put a pollen patty and I left the package here because it got a little melty. And the chickens got into it and ripped the whole bottom end of it out and was eating it. Damn chickens is for the bees, not the chickens. So anyway, I was being sarcastic. These bees are not aggressive at all. I found the queen, I marked her. The bees were just real chill. They surrounded the cage I had her in and all that, and everything was okay. I went through the hive. I found 4 or 5 queen cells, or queen cups, I should say. There was no eggs in them, no nothing in them. I went ahead and left them because why destroy them if they might need it in the future? So she was up in the second brood box. So what I did is I put her back down in the first brood box because they need to really start working those frames because I had moved some of the frames out of the bottom brood box into the top brood box and kind of so that they would work on the empties instead of having all full at the bottom and all empties up top and then the flow hive on top of that. About 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I'd put the second brood box on and they've been working at it. They haven't got it quite done. They haven't totally filled them up. There's, I want to say, 5 full frames on the bottom and probably 6 or 7 up on top. They've filled up a couple of them, but not all of them. There's still a lot of work for them to do. And every day they go up into the flow frame and they work on that as well, just the wax. I'm not worried about them filling it up with nectar right now. There's, I think, 3 frames down below that have brood and eggs and larvae and capped brood. And there's tons of nectar and tons of honey down in the bottom. And in the second box, there's tons of honey up there. So they have plenty of resources right now. I'm not worried about that. We're still in a nectar flow as far as I can tell. They keep bringing in pollen. They're going out and coming back in, and they're not traveling very far, I can tell. But whenever I opened the boxes up, even the empty frames were just loaded with bees. They hadn't been building a lot of wax on them. They have been building some, but they have a long way to go to fill them all the way with wax and to fill them up with stuff. But they have been using them for pollen and bee bread. So as far as I can tell, it's really good. And these bees are really docile. The ones that are a pain in the butt are the robber bees. And that's one reason why I put a stick in there for an entrance reducer. If I don't do that, right now they would be out on the landing board fighting. And I really don't want them to have to fight right after I got into them. So I'd rather them just kind of calm back down, which I think these are stoner bees because all they want is munchies. They don't want to sting. They don't want to be aggressive. They just want to lay back on the couch and watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer and eat Doritos. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. This is Drunken Bees. As you can see up there on the roof of my flow hive, it says Drunken Bees. So anyway, I think my bees are either stoned or drunk. Don't know which. But anyway, I love these bees. They're so cool. They're not aggressive at all. They don't get all up in your face. When I was putting the awning here on, I was standing right in their pathway, and they were like, "It's okay, no biggie." They didn't bump into me. They didn't try and sting me. They didn't get in my face. They were just flying between my legs, going in and out. So you can't, I mean, these would be awesome backyard bees in town because they are so docile and so gentle. I really don't think they would get aggressive unless you actually tried to squish one, you know? Now, they might be a little bit different when the nectar flows off. They might get a little more aggressive, but I really don't think so as long as I have some feed for them and they're able to continue working and enjoying life. I'm going to try and get more of these bees by letting the queen get to the point where she wants to swarm, and then I'll move her to a new hive and let them raise another queen that's off of her genetics. And I'll probably do that for 3 or 4 more times just so I have this line of bees and these genetics in the bees, because they're just so chill. And well, that's about all I got for you. We'll talk to you guys later.